Ethereum isn't just making a comeback, it is becoming the centerpiece of the next financial revolution. Over the past few weeks alone, institutions, billion-dollar firms, and even political heavyweights have all been quietly stacking ETH like it is digital oil. Forget the bear market blues. Something big is brewing right now behind the scenes, and ETH, or Ethereum, is at the heart of it all. And the smart money, they're already in. Welcome to JRNY TV, where we decode the chaos in crypto, and we give you the insights that actually matter, whether you're just getting started or deep in the trenches. Today we are talking about the ETH invasion that's happening across Wall Street, Washington, and Web3. Billion-dollar bets to ETF flows and bullish insiders. Ethereum is quietly the most important asset in crypto right now, and most people have no idea. In May of 2025 alone, ETH had surged nearly 50%, not just from hype, but from real institutional accumulation. BlackRock and other major giants all poured tens of millions of dollars into Ethereum ETFs, with one single day spike pulling in over $70 million. This isn't retail. This is big money moving fast. Now that Ethereum has more regulatory clarity than ever before, a massive builder ecosystem, and ETF exposure, it's being treated like it's digital gold 2.0, but with utility baked in. SharpLink Gaming goes full ETH. Maxi with a $1 billion play. SharpLink Gaming just shocked everyone out of nowhere. This mid-cap gaming company announced it's raising $1 billion with a B, and not for acquisitions, R&D, or for stock buybacks. Nope, they're using it to buy Ethereum. That's right, a traditional NASDAQ listed company is going full on ETH Maxi, and the market went wild. Their stock exploded over 2,000% in just a few days after the announcement dropped. And this, it's not just a bullish bet, it is a full pivot into crypto. But what makes this even crazier is SharpLink isn't just buying ETH. They brought on Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin as their new board chairman. That's like drafting Satoshi if you're going all in on Bitcoin. They're not playing around. This move puts them in the same league as Michael Saylor's strategy. And instead of Bitcoin, they have picked the second biggest asset in crypto, the backbone of DeFi, NFTs, and Web3 itself, Ethereum. Why ETH? Well, because SharpLink sees what most of the market is just waking up to. Ethereum is entering its institutional era, with ETFs approved, staking yields strongly in play, and gas fees dropping post-upgrades. ETH is becoming more than just a utility coin. It is an asset, a productive, programmable, deflationary, digital asset. And for companies that are looking to front-run this narrative, this is prime time. So now we've got publicly traded firms creating ETH-only treasuries. If that trend catches on, we could see Ethereum, or ETH, follow the same exact path that Bitcoin did back in 2020, except this time with more utility, broader use cases, and far more upside. BlackRock and Fidelity are quietly loading up on that Ethereum. Ethereum isn't just catching the eye of retail investors anymore. Major institutions are now stacking significant amounts of ETH. In May of 2025, Ethereum experienced a 46% price increase. That's huge, marking its first positive month of the year, largely driven by substantial institutional buying and ETF inflows, not retail. BlackRock, you ever heard of them? They've been at the forefront of this trend. For example, their Ethereum ETF, it saw a single day inflow of $32.5 million last week, contributing to a total day inflow of $71 million across Ethereum ETFs. The surge in institutional interest, it shows Ethereum's growing appeal as a key asset in diversified investment portfolios. Not to mention, the approval of Ethereum ETFs by the SEC has also further legitimized ETH as an investment vehicle, providing institutions with a regulated and accessible means to gain exposure to Ethereum's potential. As regulatory clarity improves and Ethereum continues to evolve, we can expect institutional adoption to accelerate, thus solidifying ETH's position in the financial mainstream. The Trumps are all over Ethereum, and they're not so subtle about it. If you've been watching closely, you've probably noticed something weirdly bullish. Trump family can't stop talking about ETH. Seriously, Donald Trump Jr. has been throwing public support behind ETH, hinting that it's not just Bitcoin anymore. That alone got people speculating, but it went deeper. The Trump administration recently included Ethereum in something called the US Digital Asset Stockpile, basically a federal crypto reserve. That's wild. It's one thing to talk about crypto, but it's an entirely different beast of a situation to literally start stockpiling it alongside of gold and oil. And yes, Ethereum made the cut. That should tell you how serious they are about getting this stuff. But even crazier, Trump's media company is now raising $3 billion to invest in crypto, and ETH is front and center of all of those plans. This isn't about memes or marketing anymore. The Trump camp is positioning Ethereum as a core asset for the future, both politically as well as financially. So whether you like him or not, he moves markets, and he's betting big on on ETH, you better believe that others are also paying attention to it. So why are the Trumps going so heavy on Ethereum? Maybe it's the ETFs. Maybe it's the utility. Maybe they know something that the rest of the market hasn't priced in just yet. Whatever it is, they're not treating Ethereum like an altcoin. They're treating it like a foundation. Ethereum, the only real alternative to Bitcoin for institutions. Ethereum isn't just another altcoin. It's rapidly becoming the go-to asset for institutions that are seeking that exposure beyond Bitcoin. With the SEC's approval for 8 spot Ethereum ETFs in May of 2024 alone, including offerings from BlackRock as well as Fidelity, just to name a few, ETH has solidified its position as a legitimate investment vehicle in the eyes of traditional finance. In May of 2025 alone, Ethereum ETFs, they saw a record-breaking $564 million in net inflows, marking the highest monthly total for the year. This surge indicates a growing institutional appetite for Ethereum, driven by its robust ecosystem supporting decentralized finance, known as DeFi, non-fungible tokens, commonly known as NFTs, as well as smart contracts. Moreover, Ethereum's transition to a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism has also made it more energy efficient, as well as appealing to ESG-conscious investors. The network's upcoming upgrades aim to enhance scalability and reduce transaction costs, further increasing its effectiveness. But as institutions continue to diversify their crypto portfolios, Ethereum stands out as the most viable alternative to Bitcoin, offering both technological innovation as well as regulatory clarity. Finally, Ethereum's 2025 evolution, upgrades, leadership, and DeFi dominance. Ethereum is undergoing significant transformations in 2025, marked by major upgrades in a revamped leadership structure, just to name a few things alone. The recent Pectra upgrade launched on May 7th, 2025, introduced 11 key changes that aimed at improving speed, cost efficiency, and usability. Notably, it also increased validator stake limits from 32 to 2,048 ETH, allowing validators to consolidate multiple stakes into one, enhancing scalability and staking efficiency. But looking ahead, the upcoming Fusaka upgrade, scheduled for late 2025, is set to introduce PeerDAS, a breakthrough that will allow Ethereum to handle massive amounts of data without bloating the blockchain. By sampling small pieces of data instead of downloading full blocks, Fusaka will enable much lighter nodes and higher transaction throughput. In tandem with these technical advancements, the Ethereum Foundation has restructured its leadership to better navigate the evolving landscape. Xiaowei Wang and Thomas K. Stansek have been appointed as co-executive directors, bringing together deep research expertise and real-world execution experience. This dual leadership structure, it aims to enhance strategic planning, ecosystem stewardship, and operational oversight. Despite facing competition from other blockchains, Ethereum continues to lead in the decentralized sector. As of 2025, Ethereum holds a 53% market share in DeFi, with a total value locked of $600 billion, with a B. That dominance, it's driven by its robust ecosystem, extensive developer base, as well as an ongoing commitment to innovation. Ethereum ignites altcoin season, the catalyst for a crypto renaissance. So Ethereum isn't just participating in the current market rally, it is in fact leading it. In May of 2025, Ethereum experienced a 46% price increase, marking its first positive month of the year, largely driven by substantial institutional buying as well as ETF inflows. This surge, it directly indicates a growing institutional appetite for Ethereum, driven by its robust ecosystem supporting decentralized finance, known as DeFi, and non-fungible tokens, as well as smart contracts. Historically, Ethereum's performance has been a reliable indicator of altcoin season. When ETH gains momentum, it often signals a broader market shift towards alternative cryptocurrencies. This pattern is repeating in 2025, with Ethereum's dominance increasing by 2% in the past 24 hours to 9.4% at the time of writing. The current market dynamics, they suggest that Ethereum's rally is not an isolated event, but part of a larger trend. As Ethereum continues to gain strength, it is pulling other altcoins into the spotlight, setting the stage for a potential altcoin season. Investors are advised to monitor Ethereum's performance closely, as it could in fact provide valuable insights into the broader market trajectory. Ethereum isn't playing second fiddle anymore. ETH, or Ethereum, just flipped the script. While everyone's been watching Bitcoin, ETH has been quietly building momentum, real momentum. Between massive ETF inflows, billion-dollar treasury buys, and Trump family throwing public support behind it, ETH is clearly stepping into a new role, not just a tech platform, but a financial powerhouse. This is not about speculation anymore. It's about strategy. Institutions don't throw billions at something unless they see a long-term edge. And right now, Ethereum is that that edge. It powers most of DeFi, supports thousands of altcoins, and is actively evolving with new upgrades as well as leadership. ETH isn't just going up, it is leveling up. So if you've been sleeping on ETH, this is your wake-up call. The big players are here. They're not slowing down. Whether you're stacking ETH or maybe you're betting on the altcoins that move with it, the next wave of crypto is already in motion, and Ethereum is right at the center of it all. Be sure to like, subscribe, and please let us know in the comments, are you following the whales or are you trying to front run them?